Bible. O Maiyegun Nizu Miroya Abakare Mamandamura Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's the three. Unapuri Mary Nandi.
Thank you so much once again for joining me, or even for staying this far. So now let's get started fully. You have heard the messages from the two, these two powerful men, prominent men from Igbo land and then from Yoruba land. There's one more, which is our own man too, Omoyele Sowore. 2021 showed us that the rulers of Nigeria, they are completely opposed to any changes to the current imbalance system that they currently run. People are dying. We have seen how much care they give when it comes to the lives of the people they are ruling, as well as the lives of those who are killing the people they are ruling as well. So it's obvious that they are not interested in anything different. The status quo is going to continue. They use this year to hunt down those they considered as possible threats to their planned 2023, which is more important to them, not much about what is going on, even though some of them are still going to use what is going on as a campaign promise, a sort of a campaign material to talk to you and tell you they are going to make it different when they won't make any difference. So then I was asking myself, I was like, what would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu want from every one of us this coming year? If you are a Biafran, genuine one, because it's becoming obvious that there are those who never really want this to succeed. And this seems to be the time they can help you propagate falsehood against yourselves, against other things, misleading information that have no bearing, absolutely nothing to make a difference in what is going on today. I figured it out that what would Oloye Sunday Igboho want from us? Now that we can say, until now, they have done their part. And then you ask yourself, what would be my own part? What should my own physical part be in the course of this conversation going forward, 2022? I didn't really, my answer may not be your answer. I can tell you by the time I share what I think we should be doing, especially we, the Yorubas, because I'm going to pay attention to us more this evening. And I want you to please pay attention to me as well, okay? Because most of what I'm going to tell you are things that are just going to come to my mind, things I've always been like thinking and thinking and thinking, and I hope I will remember everything. And I hope they will make enough sense to you tonight so that we can all look forward to 2022 and be part of those that will make a physical, reasonable difference in this whole struggle. So that when they come for some of us too, there will be those that will be prepared to put up the fights in a different way than what we currently have now. Disorganized, currently in a circle. We give credit to those who have done so well to bring to the world attention all of these injustices going on in Nigeria, including myself. I always thank myself too for being part of those who always bring this to the limelight, having people to talk about them so that you can sample opinions and then you can say, well, if everybody agrees that this is wrong, then maybe everybody will agree that we should do something about it. Then you begin to ask, okay, what should we do? People begin to bring opinions too. Then with that, you can then pick from the basket of opinions, including mine. Mine is going to be comprehensive because I'm going to dramatize it. I'm going to make it look so practical to all of you. One of the things that gave way for the easy capture and the easy puncture of the campaign struggle for the rearrangement of what is currently the arrangement of Nigeria. No structure, but people are asking that it should be restructured. This is not working. It's never going to work. No miracle will make it work. And in the last 6 years, many of people have now learned that no matter what they try to project or whatever solution they try to project, using the same template that you currently have in Nigeria, it will never work, right? So people are asking, oh, now let's change this. We don't want to be part of this anymore. But one of the reasons why those who are the gatekeepers of Nigeria today, they cut across all tribes, they cut across all political parties, they cut across all strata of the society. We know that, right? But the reason why they were able to really maneuver us, and they will always be able to maneuver us, is that there is always something called structure. You see, the structure you have in Nigeria today is a rigged system where anything goes. A barbaric banana republic. That's a structure. So if you want to oppose it, you need something even more solid, so similar to it, maybe not so obvious. What do I mean by that? Oloye Sunday Igboho, who came out to speak out against the whole injustice, the whole thing that many people knows and prefer not to talk about because it hasn't happened to them yet. Yeah? When he came out like just like me and you, just ordinary person. That I expected many of us to see through what he is saying, what he saw, so that we could probably prevent anything that could put us in that same similar danger that many of our compatriots never lived to tell the story. He saw it, but he didn't have the resources. The resources there, is this: the right information and the right backing, the right people who genuinely want to make an everlasting change to something. He didn't have that. We didn't have that. Now, Igboho used his own resources to gather intel, to gather information about these criminal gangs operating in a Barakwa land, kidnapping people, raping women, including old women, right? Ransacking villages and farms, destroying farmlands and all that. And when people complain, their complaints never pass through the police station. Nothing is done. He used his own resources. He mobilized our people, and they went after these criminals. Then that became news. It caught the attention of many. Wow, so this is happening. Oh, wow. What is the government doing? Nothing. What are the politicians doing? Our Yoruba politicians, all the tradition, what are they doing? Nothing. They're keeping mute. They don't want to offend Buhari. Because if you should go out there and say the Fulanis are terrorizing you here, then Buhari is going to say, well, you hate the Fulanis, right? Then they will come for you. They don't want to offend Buhari. That then puts Igboho in that vulnerable position. Insecurity that prompted that. Assuming we have our real intel, that before Oloye Sunday Igboho goes into the mainstream, before he started making all those utterances, before he started making all those appearances here and there, chasing all those Fulani terrorists from those forests, if we have had the resources like all the intel, everything that is needed, including what is expected of the reaction of the people in government, how do you manage to be 2-3 steps ahead of them? Something I have thought about, and I think if we really want to make a success of 2022 or any difference at all, now is the time we should begin to put something like that in. Because you know what? An intel would have possibly preferred another route to protect Oloye Sunday Igboho when he became the target of the government of Nigeria. A well-oiled, intel would not advise Oloye Sunday Igboho, anyone close to him, to purchase the tickets that would take him through, normally tickets that would take him through Benin Republic and the rest of them. Including, even if he has to be on the day of the attack, an intel, a real one, that is going to put a sort of a preventive measure in place that we would never, ever have to lose anybody to all these rogue criminals. Sorry if I'm speaking in parables to some of you. When I said a structure, I'm talking about something so reliable that even if wahala burst, that the government want to use any legal or use whatever tool they may have, including legal, to suppress and oppress and seal our mouths or seal our lips off, right? This structure will always be so brutal enough to come out. And the government will be so kind of afraid of that structure rather than the individuals who are going to be protected by that, including Oloye Sunday Igboho, our Baba, Pa Akintoye. Pa Akintoye is making a he made a statement just today, quoted, to have said that there will be no election in Yoruba land, in any state in Yoruba land in 2023. That is a powerful statement that should be backed with a reliable, dependable, structure with resources to make that statement true. Do you get what I mean now? There are things that should be done where they are more than just saying them. And in order not to confuse you too further, right? What I'm saying here is this. All of us outside Nigeria, the responsibility of making any demand of the Yorubas, especially this generation that will never, right, bow down and call a cow bros because we all want to eat burger or beef burger. This generation that will indeed, talk the talk, should be ready to walk the walk. When any of our own association out there speaking out, trying to make an inroad into the heart of our people of why they should demand for something better. In fact, the fact that the politicians who are there today in Yoruba land cares nothing about all of this conversation is enough to tell you that when anyone make a statement and say there will be no election in Yoruba land until these issues are addressed and finalized, except for that, there will be no election in Yoruba land. There must be resources to make that happen. That resources is not going to come from those in Nigeria. It's going to come from all of us, not in Nigeria. And that is where I'm going. I once told you that we needed to start something called, call it anything, but most of the names or the ideas of the names that comes to my head have always been like G21, G15, G30. It doesn't matter. Just put G. Group of 20, group of 30. But I finally come up with one, G7. Ask me, what is that G7? The Yoruba Worldwide Conference, led by the generation that actually knows what they want. And they want to go for it, going for it with all they have. I mean, put everything into it. This time around, not just the words. G7. What would that even mean? G7 can be a group of 7 prominent Yoruba professionals scattered all over the world, but connected enough to bring all of the Yorubas in the entire universe. Imagine that work. You being part of that 7 prominent Yorubas, professionals. Yeah? That will be domiciled in all parts of the world. And your job is to bring all of the Yorubas you come across. It doesn't matter their political, political lineage or whatever, their religion, their whatever. Are they Yorubas? Find them. G7. You know, this G7, you can have one in the UK, maybe 2 in the UK, have 2 in America, have one in Canada, have one in China to cover the Asia Pacific, have one right there in the Arabian Peninsula. I don't know where that is.